What's good? What's good? We are back. Episode 2 of the Bareknuckle recap show. And I have good friend of the show and pro Bareknuckle fighter out of the BKFC, Anthony Doubles Advocate Yost. And how you doing today?
Doing good, man. How are you today?
Doing all right. What's the weather like there, man?
Hot as hell and rainy.
It's hot here too.
Yeah, we're about to get a cold front over here, though, from what I understand. 50 degrees in summertime in Florida. That's rare.
Let's see who we got on Instagram so far. Hammer 170 and it's like underscore Pam. Appreciate y'all tuning in. We got Swervo Cuts as well.
Cuts,
Said what
my
up,
man.
Yost?
Yo, yo, yo. Cuts is my boy.
What'd you think? What'd you think about this fight card, man?
For a Thursday card, actually, like me and my wife sat down, we watched it. It was not a bad card. A few fights, like really, they surprised me. A few guys I actually became a fan of. A few fights definitely disappointed me. Kind of sucked because I expected more out of them. But other than that, man, all around for a Thursday card, it was pretty good. Had some good finishes. What about you, man? What do you think of it?
All you people on YouTube, make sure y'all leave them comments, man. Give us the like, give us the comments. Same thing with Facebook as well.
Absolutely.
I'm with you, man. There was some disappointments in there, and there was one or two that were like really cringe. One was really cringe to watch.
Yeah, and it might be the same one.
It was really cringe.
We might be talking about the same
one.
I
think it is.
Yeah. Honestly, just I would like to start with just because it was my division. I was not a fan of the flyweight fight, man. Truthfully, I was very disappointed. Like, dude, it just shows that like just because you come from a background of MMA, like a very successful one, without looking into details, the guy's a boring ass fighter. People should have expected nothing less out of that Cuban guy that fought Alex Gutierrez. Because he's a decision fighter. That's what he does. He wins by decision. He doesn't have the reach or
that dude was super small.
Yeah, man. Like we took the tape measure out, man, and he's the same height as my daughter. Like it would be so weird fighting somebody his
he's
size.
Like 4 foot. Was it like 4'9"?
4'9". Like I said, very successful MMA career, but I think that has a lot to do with him being able to get a hold of you and being so strong and compact. I think that's why he won by a lot of decisions. And Alex, like he even replied to my story because he said, "Damn," because I wrote a story on Instagram and said it was boring as hell. And it was like, dude, man, I respect you at what you're doing normally, man, but it was boring, dude. You had all the like, what do you call it? He had all the. Why am I drawing a blank on this word? Advantages, yeah, dude. Yeah. The advantages, man, and he did nothing. He could have pushed the pace and still been on the outside of that guy. That guy was very small. And that one definitely disappointed me, my man. I expected Alex to be like, fuck, man, I'm getting a second opportunity after the back incident. I need to come in and make a statement. And the only statement he made was, I don't belong here right now.
Yeah, Alex is 5'5". The other guy is 4'9". So he's the size of, no disrespect to Gustavo Ballard, but you like the size of a Oompa Loompa or a damn Hobbit or a Hobbit or something. That's how small he was. I was like, damn, this dude looked like he's like a dwarf size almost, man. Like 4'9". I mean, I'm 5'2", 3, 4, or something like that, and I'm small. You know.
Yeah, I'm 5'4". I'm not a very big guy. Like literally, my daughter, my 12-year-old daughter, she's taller than he is. I'm not saying it's everyone. That's not something you can control. It kind of also makes me wonder. Like, it'd be kind of cool to have smaller divisions. Would that
like you talking about based off height?
No, no, that'd be that would suck, dude. Because there's some heavyweights that are my size, dude. Oh man. Speaking of heavyweights. Was that an earlier fight? Which one was a heavyweight?
Was that that was the free fight?
It was.
You talking
It
about the
was a
Brand Alfano versus that
oh
dude.
yeah,
Now that dude,
third
that
fight, the
almost
third
looked like
fight.
the same fight we just talked about because old boy's only 5'9" and the other guy's 6'7".
Yeah, but
But
Rhino,
hype don't mean nothing, man. Is what we seen because he got knocked out.
yeah, I mean he got folded, like he got folded. But Rhino, I've never heard of him before. And I didn't find much online about him, but he did have a good that world boxing champion, the woman in his corner. I don't know her by name, but that dude, he impressed me, and I'm a fan. I wrote big in big letters, and I circled it by his name. I'm a fan. Like he impressed me, man. He was like kind of reminds me of Perdomo, not that like aggression, and he's a smaller heavyweight. So that was kind of cool. I was a fan of him.
He definitely has more power than I guess he looks like he has. And he definitely made a point of saying, "Yo, I don't think nobody can deal with my power." I mean, it was interesting. I mean, when you see that was like David versus Goliath. This guy 6'7", man. This dude is a freaking small forward for NBA team, man.
Dude, yeah, man. It's actually pretty crazy to even think about. Yeah, he was 5'9", so he's like the height of a lot of like 35ers, 45ers. You know what I mean? And he's starching heavyweights. It's nuts.
Is that like Perdomo height, like 5'9", 5'10"?
I don't know how tall Perdomo is. I think he's like 5'10". Yeah, I think that's about his height too. It has to be. Maybe he's 6 foot.
Let me pull him up real quick. Let's see what Perdomo. No, he's 5'11". I mean, Well, damn, yeah, that was impressive. I mean, because when I see how tall the dude was, I was like, damn, yo, Gia, man, Gia, shut up. Yo,
yeah,
my dog is
even during the weigh-ins, like I said, I never heard of him. So I was like, me and my wife were watching him. We're like, damn, he kind of has a baby face too. He comes in, he doesn't look like he's gonna bring too much, but Rhino is a Rhino, my man. I'm very impressed. I was being on a prelim fight, like I would automatically, especially on a Miami card, I'd put him like starting on the main card next. That dude brought some heat, and I think as a heavyweight, we need more good heavyweights. And I mean, because the heavyweight, like in the UFC, the heavyweights they're the show. That's who should be the show. Boxing, same thing. Heavyweights.
I was about to say that's how it was in boxing, especially back in the days. You had all your heavy. I mean, you had other good guys in other divisions, but we really cared about the heavyweights more than anything.
As a fighter myself, I care about the heavyweight division because that's what attracts people too. Is like, oh shit, like that guy, boom. The heavier weights. As much as I want
they got the most knockout
weights.
Power though.
Oh,
they got the most knockout power too. So
yeah, they should get more technical and as the weights get lower. But yeah, I mean, there's some smaller guys that have power too. But yeah, the heavyweights is like that's it. You know what I mean? I like the heavyweight guys. And Rhino, he brings a really good excitement, new excitement, young excitement to the heavyweight division.
And they need to update the rankings. They still got Mick Terrell in there as number 3. He's back at BKB now.
Yeah, he just signed multi-fight deal. He changed the name of his gym I saw online too.
Yo, let me ask you something. I want to get to this first fight, man, real quick. Like, so, if you're a rapper and you're like past 40, you're like at 40 and you ain't got signed with a major label yet, you're never going to get signed with a major label. It's like a cutoff age time. Should there be a cutoff age time of a guy going pro for his first fight?
Ooh, I've never even thought of it like that, but I think so for health wise.
Let me ask you this: is 48 too old for a debut pro fighter?
Does he have past experience, or is it
as
just
an amateur? As an amateur.
Then it depends on how long ago it was. But yeah, that seems like a pretty old age. But then again, then the fighter side comes out of me and I'm like, I'm not one to judge because here I am choosing the same life. You know what I mean? And maybe he just needs to get off his chest. So there's that.
I'm not faulting him. He's going to take the opportunity,
Yeah, absolutely. I think it should be too, depending on they have to go through a lot of, depending on where it is too, where they fight, they got to go through a lot of medicals. I know the older you are, you're required to do more.
But if you ain't
Like,
made it pro by like a certain age, like shouldn't that really say something?
yeah and no, because I think honestly, I
Okay.
seen this post on Instagram and I kind of agree on it. Being a fighter is going MMA, I believe, is one of the easiest sports to go pro in. Being a
Okay.
pro fighter is one of the easiest stuff. Like my wife's never fought. I'm not knocking her for her skills. I'm just using her as an example. You know what I mean, guys? She's sitting next to me, but like my wife's never fought. Yeah, she's trained with me for the last, 17 years on and off. She could probably go pro after a couple fights,
Okay.
but she didn't wrestle. So, but because she goes pro in, let's say, boxing, she can go do pro MMA, pro this, pro that. I think it's one of the easiest sports. Like somebody from the BKFC, look at them guys, man. We've had these conversations on phone calls, personal phone
Yeah.
calls with just me and you. That there's a
Yeah.
lot of guys in the. To me, I believe there's probably 85% of people in the BKFC that don't belong there.
They're just punching bags.
Yes. Skill wise, you can tell they didn't have a successful amateur career, or if an amateur career at all. There's very few people that just jumped into bare knuckle and became super successful. And them boys, I'm going to be honest with you, them boys came from Miami. It's them cute, you know what I mean? It's the Miami boys are the ones that really,
Man.
to me, South Florida is what, like, you can't really question their mindset. They boxed too, of course. Some of them did amateurs, but some of them just like Guile just kind of came out of nowhere.
Well,
Zero
all
experience.
that being said, I knew Brian Klebb was going to lose at the weigh-ins. It's just something about the way he looked and carried himself, and he looked like an
Yeah.
amateur. He looked like a straight up amateur when he was in there. He just took punches. I didn't see him land not one punch really, and he
No,
came out
and it
ready
was
as
here, and he was like pushing head first. And don't get me wrong, I actually put notes that I thought if Adam doesn't break his hands, I'll be 100% surprised because, like you said, he was older. They had I took a note that they brought up his 20-year drug addiction. You know what I mean? Like they said that. So honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I did judge that I did not think he was gonna be able to take a punch very well.
Yeah.
I took a note of it and before the fight started because I was like, hey man, I grew up around it. You know what I'm saying? I understand certain things. But then I realized the way he was fighting was his hands here and he kept going down. But yeah, that guy probably should not be in there. I agree. I didn't think about anything at the weigh-ins like you did, but
Yeah.
afterwards.
Well, I did because you got I interviewed Houston Alexander a few times, and this is one of the things he stressed that he was undefeated, even though he was 50, he was undefeated in bare knuckle. It's like, yo, you're gonna give a guy like this a pro debut at 48. At least let Houston Alexander, ride out until he loses. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, they're still letting Romero fight. And Houston Alexander, like you said, he's undefeated. I was always a fan. I was always kind of wondering why he never got a chance to get back in there.
He just said they kind of like basically tried, they just shut him down because, age, man. That's the thing. Like, society wants to dictate what you can do. You know what I'm saying? With your life.
That is true. I do. Yeah. That's why I said, I guess as a health matter, maybe it's a little iffy. Like, I questioned it. I took notes about the guy's age, even.
Yeah.
You know what I mean about it? And so it's questionable, but as the fighter in me, and I'm like, let him do what he wants.
Well, that's the thing. As a fighter, you want to take the opportunity, but I'm just like on the fight promotion side. There's probably a in-house guy that probably could have deserved that, fight right there.
Absolutely. But it was a Thursday night fight, and they were probably scrounging around.
And they did pretty good for a Thursday, and that was smart because the NBA was Wednesday and Friday. So if they'd have went Friday, that'd have been a tough sell, man. As much as I love bare knuckle, not for me, it wouldn't have been a tough sell, but it'd been a tough sell for probably a lot of sports fans in general.
Yeah, I mean, because the finals are going nuts right now.
Yeah.
That's so go Knicks, I guess.
Second fight I thought was pretty good.
Yes. The draw, that was honestly, if it wasn't for the two knockdowns, I think Rohan would have won.
And that's what was weird about it. The guy that got knocked down, what the most ended up making it a draw.
Yep, he got yeah. Richie dropped Rohan twice in round one, or once, yeah, twice in round one. So it was like a 10-8 round, or was it twice? Crazy. Wait, no. Huh? Yeah, because I have Rohan winning round 2 and 3.
And that one, okay, and that one was only a 3-1-2, a 3-fight too.
Yeah,
I
a
mean,
lot of them
3-round fight
were.
too. So, and they did a 3-round fight for the first fight on the main card. I never seen them do that before.
Yeah, but I think it was also I know it's in between from what I've understood. It's not just the earlier cards, it's like the newer fights too, the less fights you
Okay,
have. So like if they're just coming in, like so they're gonna try to put them as
three
three
rounds.
rounders. Yep.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah,
Yep.
to be honest with you, except for the first fight was pretty lopsided to me. Second fight was good. I mean, ended up in a draw.
Yep.
And third for the free card was a knockout. And I didn't know how that was going to go. I mean, because the reach difference, the height difference, I didn't know much about neither one of these guys. They both made a debut, right? Yep.
Yeah. I didn't know much about either one of them, and yeah, it was debut for both.
So then we had Leo O'Connor and James Rodriguez. What did I put down over there? A lot of clinching. That's what I put down.
Yep.
That was like a lot of clinching in that one.
Yeah, James had the better clinching, but I think Leo had the better punches all around.
Yeah.
Throughout the rounds. So that was still a fun. I don't think that was a very horrible fight.
No, and the way James was kind of coming back towards the end, if that one would have went a little longer, man, it might could have changed.
I hate it. Yeah, because then I hate it because then you get like even with me, like I felt like even with me in my last fight, it was earlier on. I've already gone 5 rounds, so I wish my fights would always be 5 rounds because I feel like I've proven myself to be able to go 5 rounds and still throw punches consistently. And then fights like that where I'm like, damn, I kind of wish that fight would have gone 5 rounds too, or at least in rounds like that draw, like that Rohan draw. Why not give them the option of a 4th round like you do a championship round?
Yeah.
Give them an option of that 4th round because then that also gets them ready to make that next step to see if they can handle what are they willing to do in that next round.
I agree with that. Like,
I think that'd be cool.
Because you don't really like draws anyways. Like draws, they almost seem like losses.
Mm-hmm. Because then if you give them one more round, it wipes the 2 knockdowns. It wipes the 2 rounds the guy lost, and then they go into the next round 0-0, and now you fight for the win. And here you go. It'd be fun.
All right, so next fight was it was a head scratcher for me, man.
Man, to me, the twin brother guy,
Eduardo Suarez. Ernesto Suarez.
The dude had 0 technique, but he was fast as shit, dude.
Yeah.
Dude, I will give him his speed was unmatched from the in and out. He was very twitchy. But other than that, man, I'm not a fan. I thought he looked like shit compared to his brother.
Yeah, they look alike, they walk alike, everything. You could definitely tell there's a difference in the skill level.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened there with the count. Because he jumped right up at 10. I mean, he was definitely good to go.
No, absolutely. You can see it in his eyes. Like I think he's zoned out. And he can make up all the excuses and his team can do it all he wants. But when they did that replay, I don't care what language you speak. Okay. I'm saying this. I don't care what language you speak. If someone's in your face doing this, you know at least that you got till these hands go up. And
I was curious if it was a language barrier thing. But like you said, you're over here 1, 2, 3, 4.
That's what I was wondering. Did he like miscount? Did he start it? But no, when they made the replay, even the announcers, Wheelock and the Sean and them were talking that like, hey, look, he did it proper. His hands were in his face. Yeah, clear sight.
I mean, because some of these fighters can't speak a lick of English, dude.
Yeah, that is tough too.
They can't
And
speak a lick of English.
I didn't even know, like, Rodriguez, the next fight, I didn't know he didn't know much English, right? I think he had a translator come in. I did not know that, but yeah, that one was weird, man, because he was down and like he looked fine, and then his whole team was freaking out. His brother, it's like, guys, you guys know, dude, come on. Like, I get you have to back your team up, but you as a professional should have been like, hey, man, you fucked up. That's on you. Sit back down. At least that's what my coach would have done.
Yeah, because I feel like depending on his skill level, he wasn't really hurt to the point where he couldn't have came back possibly in that fight.
No, absolutely. He got dropped, but I think it was more the surprise of
he was more stunned that he dropped me.
Yeah, because he was in and out. Like I said, he was fast. Like that is the first thing I wrote, and I underlined it 3 times. Fast. Like he was fast, man. So I think it was just more unbalanced and his jitteriness that knocked him off. He did get dropped once, like for sure. I know that shit hurt, but again, I think it just had to. He recovered quick.
Next one was a KO. Julio Perez Rodriguez. He looked really good against Lamont Stafford.
He did, because he's coming off a couple losses, right?
Yeah, I mean Steve Tomahawk beat the brakes off of him in that last fight.
Yeah, and then Mohawk laid him out.
Oh, and Mohawk. So he had Mohawk and Tomahawk.
Yeah, that one. And Mohawk, like I said, just went up. That was a quick one. That was a quick one.
Back to back. Yeah, Mohawk and Tomahawk and KO and TKO. Yeah.
Too tough. That dude has and
he had 3 straight wins at first.
Yep.
Yeah, no, that's 2 back-to-back tough ones. And he had 3, he came in with 3 straight 3-0, then lost to Mohawk, lost to Tomahawk, and now you come back with a win. I mean, you're 4-2. That's a respectable record in BKFC, man.
It really is, and he's a good fighter. I wish he would tighten up his punches a little bit more, though. Like, I think one of my biggest pet peeves as a fighter is, like, I, really go through everyone's pictures and, look at how they're punching. And then I go back and look at my pictures and I'm like, why are you guys punching with this part of your hands and your fingers? And they're closing their eyes. And it's you could knock people out way quicker and hit way harder if you just learn to turn your knuckle the right way. And I think a lot of that is why I am so big on not using big gloves all the time. I hit gloves either bare knuckle or with small gloves. But when I spar, of course, I got 16-ounce gloves. I spar in a boxing gym and some of them boys, they throw hard. But it creates bad habits. And I think that's one of them is people are so used to swinging and being able to tap you with your boxing glove that they forget how to punch proper. But other than that, that dude, he folded that dude twice. Dropped him twice.
Next fight, totally lopsided, man. Peter Peraza versus Ashton Caniglia.
Yeah, as expected is what I have from Peter. I think he could have been a little bit more aggressive, but again, I can't cut him too much because it was late replacement, and the guy he fought he has a lot of experience. He really does in MMA.
I mean, he got 4 fights in the BKFC or Bareknuckle at least.
And there's a lot of guys he fought. Like me, we were looking at his record, and I knew some of the guys he beat and lost to in the circuit up north.
Yeah.
And I did see somewhere that he took the fight because he needed the money, and maybe that's why it was a little weird for him. But I also, again, I hate that as a fighter too, because I understand people need money, but dude, get a fucking job. If you need a money, and I can say that shit because I wake up, run on my good days, and not every day, but then I go work a full-time fucking job out in the Florida heat, and then I go train. If you need money that bad, dude, get a fucking job, please. Don't step in there with somebody like Peter, because if he catches it clean, it's fucking, now you gotta pay more. All the money you just made goes to jaw surgery.
Yeah, no, because that was really just a give me for Peter. That was here's a win on us. No disrespect to Ashton. I mean, because he did fight Rico Discilio, I think that's how you pronounce it, who's 4-0. But like, yo, he was in there. He couldn't stay on his feet, man. Even when he wasn't getting hit, it was like falling on his feet. And
Yeah,
those fights, I hate, man. When you see the guy that can't stay on his feet, and the ref got to be like, "Yo, man,
like stay up.
stop falling down, man."
Like man, like he had no strength in his legs, and that was just because even when they were in the clinch, and that the weight of Peter on him just wore him out.
Yeah.
Like he just that. I guess he's a 45er though, and I think back he was fighting 35 in MMA.
Okay.
I think. I mean, he was because the guys I saw him fight, man, them guys they're my weight class. So that could be it there too. I was a little disappointed
Who's Peter
in that.
Praz's only lost to? Who's Peter got one loss? Who did he lose to? Oh, so he lost to who's this cat he lost to? Split decision to Wayne Reed. And that probably should have was inexperienced or something. I don't know. Like Peter Peraza, man. I mean, that's a really built dude. He looked like he could take punches, yo.
Yeah, I follow him on Instagram because it's kind of like you said, it's just one of them guys, and I'm like you look at him, you're like, and he trains over with Palomino.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Over at
Palomino was
Gym?
in it. Yeah, he was in his corner. I mean,
So
he's jacked. He remind me of like Baby Hulk, man, as jacked as he is, yo.
Yeah.
Like
I'm
those
surprised
dudes
his
are
fight
so
name ain't Baby
jacked.
Hulk. That dude's jacked, dude. Like,
Oh yeah,
I mean,
shouts out, happy birthday to another guy who was jacked, Justin Martinez. Happy birthday to him.
Oh, is it his birthday today?
Yeah, I think it was today.
Don't even know my boy's birthday.
I need a I should Instagram call him real quick and see what he thought about I just thought it was so cringe. Oh boy was over there. He was over there celebrating like, yo, Justin Martinez, yo, if you want that rematch, yo, you don't even deserve it, but yo, I'll give it to you. Like, yo,
yeah,
dude,
like
chill. What are you talking? Like, it's the other way around right now because you just lost this one to, mini me.
Like, what are you doing, my man? Like, he was overly excited. Way too excited.
He was overly excited. He was over there to Feldman like, yo. You
can see it on TV. Feldman was trying to ignore him, dude. Like, just it sucked, bro. And he like
as soon as he lost, I was like, yeah.
Like, it's crazy, my man. It's like, I get it. Because like I said, he messaged me and I told him, I was like, listen, man, outside of like the fighting life, like what you're doing as a coach, as a father, dude, I respect you for that. Cool. But I'm not going to sit here and sugarcoat somebody's career, especially when I look at it as like, this is my passion. And that fight sucked, bro. Like you did not put on a performance. You had all the fucking time in the world to do it. And you didn't fucking even make the move.
Yeah.
Yeah, the short guy should have been way more aggressive too. But it's his first fight in bare knuckle, and that's just different. And again, dude,
he's 4'9", the other guy's 5'5", so he gotta rely on getting inside. Yep. What else is he gonna do? And old boy was running. He was
shadow boxing.
He was dancing around the ring and trying to make fun of the guy, and it's like, yo, dude, like I get it. Some guys don't want to get hit.
Mm-hmm.
But like it was just a little too much for me, you know what I'm saying? Like James Brown is like elusive. He's just, but he's not just gonna dance around all damn fucking night and shit. And
like even another guy that likes to dance, one of them, he was trying to showboat way too much, and like Chapman's another one that like dances around, but he fires 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5. You know what I mean? Like. Yeah, you had two great opportunities, my man. You put on, which sucks, man, because Alex put on a great performance his debut with Zay Garcia.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It's like I looked at it that night as we were leaving with my team, and I'm like, I'm gonna have to fight either one of these guys, and it's gonna be a fun, aggressive fight. And then after that, he's done nothing but just like suck ass.
But apparently it's still in his head of that fight, because I'm pretty sure he knows like a lot of the fighters. It ain't even about the fans. The fighters are looking at you like sideways because of that little back incident. And then you throw in this one right here, they they definitely looking at you probably like a cornball now, because this would have been a moment to probably be humble. Just go out there, get a win, and be humble, and
Yep.
get in the good graces of promotion. Like, I don't see like if I see him on another fight card, I'm already gonna be like, somebody else deserves that opportunity right there, because it's two cringe fights for me. Like, one, you're back, Justin picks you up, and now your back is broken.
Yep.
I almost thought he was gonna do it in this fight when Little Man like picked him up or
Oh
some shit. Like,
yeah.
I
But he
like,
got up.
oh great, he going down, say his back and shit. But he didn't, but he was just too cocky and arrogant for a guy who tried to, in my opinion, I'm always gonna say it, that he tried to
Yep.
cheat a win.
He tried to cheat a win, and it also, from a fighter's perspective, I look at him, like I said, outside of the respect. Now I'm gonna give him a little fucking hard time about it. You coach at a UFC gym.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So cool on that. But like, I see your clips, bro. You're shadowboxing with a fucking like, you don't train proper, and you're telling people you're undefeated, and then in small letters underneath that, in Mexico. Dude, like, for the longest time, I thought this dude had an undefeated record because he had it in his bio. Come to find out, no, he had an undefeated record in Mexico.
Oh, he's like Creed. He's Creed. He's
like
Creed.
he's like 4-5, and he's lost by knockout by a few times.
He's
I'm
Adonis Creed. When he tried to
like,
go into the thing, like, yo, undefeated. He's like, what? Some backyard brawls in Mexico? Nah, man, get out of here
man,
with
that shit don't count. You know what I mean? And it's, if you're already lying online because you care what people think over a record. Like, I had a shitty ass amateur record, my man. Shitty. I had 8 wins, 12 losses, and 1 draw. But I'm not gonna lie about it. I went 0-3 in kickboxing. Don't get me wrong; they were for like fundraiser type of shit. But it don't. I went 0-3. You know, like, what's the that builds a false ego, and I learned that in my earlier days, and I think that's what happened to him.
Let's get his next fight, man. G Perez or Mike Hansen, man.
This one, man, because again, me and Mike have created a pretty good friendship, but I'm never gonna be one to lack the honesty of things. And to me, he doesn't belong in the top 5. He doesn't belong in the conversation with it. I look at performances like that, and he fucking, there's no way he could even keep up with me because he beat me before. Like, he can't keep up with anybody. He looked unhealthy. He couldn't make the weight, and that is 3 fights back to back to back that every time he's been touched, his ass is on the mat. So that dude doesn't have a chin. That dude, his career is never gonna make it far in this, and it's even on his best moments, I don't think it goes far. I think he had his moments, and I think, to me, as a fighter's point of view, outside, I think it's over.
Shouts out to Mike. Interviewed him, I think, twice. Go check out the interviews. Great guy. This is the note I put down. Over quick. Mike looked out of shape, man.
Very out of shape, and we had a little personal conversation because we both know Mike. You've interviewed him. Me and Mike shared a moment together. Outside of whatever's happening mentally, I hope everything's all right with you, my man. But fight point of view, sit it out, bro, because right now you put on a horrible performance. You didn't look like you belonged in there, and if you keep your ranking that's fucking bullshit. Even though, because, like, you should get it stripped anyway for missing weight as a 35er.
And I think you should have to fight once a year to stay in the rankings, in my opinion.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's been almost 2 years, I think.
Yeah, and I saw he faced off with Chris Garcia there too. Like, all that, it's like, sit down, bro, because if he's gonna do the same thing to you that G did to you.
I thought I saw him face up with Baby Hawk too, though.
I don't know. I don't even, as far as the last thing I remember with Baby Hawk, this funny story is he came into my DMs at like 6 in the morning one day, and I ain't gonna lie, man, I just got done getting some, dude. So I sat there with confidence, and he's talking shit. So I'm hitting him with like memes and shit, dude. And like, there's a guy from Friends where he's like, get a load of this guy. And then, like, he blocked me and went out of the way to block my wife. And then he unblocked us a few months later. And I don't know, dude, that guy is, I'll get a piece of him later on. Like I told my manager, I want Baby Hawk to like right before the stardom because I respect the guy. The dude's dangerous. He's tough as fuck. But like I want him to like just reach stardom, and then I want to be the one to rip the rug out from under him. But other than that, man, yeah, he's
And
G
so they
is
fought at featherweight because Mike didn't make the weight, right?
yeah. Yeah, and it's from what I understand is
Because
like
they're
you look at
typically they're typically flyweights.
yep. And from what I've read online through just creeping and doing all that shit is he backed out of the fight. I'm hearing two sides of the story. I heard one side where Mike said he was hurt, and I heard another story saying there's no fucking way he could have ever made 25. And it's kind of now that I'm looking at the
Yeah.
situation is Mike, I was a fat dude once, man. I've been down that road, and there's no way you could have made 25 a few months ago. Looking at your body shape, there's no way he could have made 25. And I'm going to lean more towards he couldn't make the weight to fight Baby Hulk. But I think Baby Hulk does the same thing. I think Giancarlo fucking folds him.
And see, that's the problem, I think, lies when you have to work another job as well. Plus, you got the family and all the things.
Mm-hmm.
You don't. Some guys don't got the time to get into the gym every day.
Yep.
Like they need to, and that's why you see the ones that just totally living off of the fight game alone, man. They're able to just every day is just get in the gym and get in the gym
Yeah,
and get in the
and
gym.
them guys they're dangerous. Them are the ones that make it tough, you know, and that's why we all should shoot for it. And that's why I try to wake up early and work out beforehand or do things to make it work late nights. Unfortunately, I got it pretty lucky, and my wife trains with me and holds pads, so I got a coach at home. But there is a lot of guys out there that they don't. So
Look at a cat like Kai. Kai is actually a young cat. I ain't seen Kai working no regular job.
Oh no, that dude is
So he got all the time
it.
in the world to stay totally in shape like he does and just stay focused. I mean, even at a young age, because I mean, you know, it seemed like he's making a really good living off of it at a young age. I can only imagine what he's going to be doing
10
years down the
now.
line. I mean, how old is Kai right now? I mean, Kai
he's mid-20s. He's
like I'm 47, so I look at Kai as like a kid, yo. He's like a kid to me, man. 26 years old, dude.
Yeah, he's my brother. I'll be 33 this year, and Kai is. I mean, I subscribe to him on Facebook that's YouTube and shit. Like he goes fishing. He has found his thing to where, like, I think outside of his fight career, Kai's gonna be real set for the rest of his life because the way he's presented himself. But yeah, like you said, he trains full time. That's what the Miami boys do the same thing, and that's what makes them dangerous too. Is because they've been, you know, that's their life down there. That's what they do. That's what makes them dangerous.
Right. Instead of giving Brian Kleb the debut, give me a debut against another podcast who's a non-fighter, like the Bareknuckle, one of the other Bareknuckle podcast guys or something that's not a fighter though. Like I don't want to fight. What's my man Chris Britton? He go whoop an ass probably, but
he trains.
Give me one of the guys who's a non-fighter like me and a podcaster, and yeah, that'd be the first fight of the night, man. I'll take whatever y'all gonna pay me, and whether I get knocked out or not. That'd be interesting. Bare knuckle podcaster versus bare knuckle podcaster.
That'd be nuts, man. That'd be something you don't see that. You get you on.
I actually got one in mind that I'd like to debut against, but I'm not even gonna call him out. I'm gonna wait till I get a few fights under my belt first.
Yeah, do some sit-ups in the morning. You know what I mean? Get ready, start loosening up. But other than that, man, this next one, delivered the way I wanted it to, just not the way I wanted it to. If that makes sense. So
you wanted it. You probably wanted Tomahawk Townsville to win. But in the same way that Mike Jones would win.
I did. I'm a fan of Tomahawk. I met him in Colorado.
I am too.
Super dope guy. I'm a fan.
Yeah.
Huge fan of his. I like his style. He's gritty. But also at the same time, what happened is because he lives and dies by the sword. And that's why I love his style. And he just got clipped. It happens, man. He didn't see the punch coming. But Mike Jones.
Who?
That dude, it'd be laying people out because he laid out that Miami boy too.
Let's see, he's three.
Bam
I mean, he's
Bam.
3-1. That's got to be a confidence booster for him. He beat so he lost against Lozano, but yeah, the Romo cat, yeah, and he
Yeah,
beat Hodesing.
yeah, Hodesing, that guy.
Yeah,
He
that's the one
he
he KO'd. Yeah, Sean Hodgson.
laid him out.
Bam Bam. He's
Yeah,
0
his
3.
only
Oh shit, he fought Carrera. Yo, Carrera had that fight, man. That his last fight was against who was the fight? Who was it? Oh yeah, it was that Hamasi cat. Remember he did the little 360 back punch and fucked up old boy's nose or some shit.
yeah.
I think he broke dude's nose. He did the MMA turnaround punch
Yep.
shit.
The MMA guy, yep. I forgot about that.
That was a disqualification. And that disqualification was just like a guy just in the moment, I think, where that's
Yeah,
the thing. You're an MMA guy your whole life. Now you come in a bare knuckle. It can't be easy to just turn off all those things in you.
Yeah, it's tough, man. And that's why like I do train other things, but again, like you said, it's hard to shut that off, especially like if in the heat of the moment it's your first bare knuckle fight. I don't think that guy didn't do boxing before. You're gonna do stuff that your body just reacts to because you've been doing it for 15 years.
Man, like I was disappointed. Like no disrespect to Mike Jones, I wasn't totally rooting against him, but I do like Tomahawk. You know, what's not to like about Tomahawk? I interviewed him once too. I was disappointed because he got KO'd. That's the thing, like, because now, like, when these kind of things happen, now it's hard for you to get the Mohawk fight.
Yeah, it is, and that's the fight that everybody wanted. Doesn't mean it's totally out of the way, but I think
no, but it's not right there now. It's like if you'd have won this fight, then it could have been possibly the next fight. But now, a cat like Mike Jones, who might be
Mike Jones.
He might, after a win like this, might end up getting an opportunity,
but he does it's kind of like a Tomahawk. He's been around for a while, so like he's like
6-5, dude.
6-5. So like all of a sudden, like Mike Jones, this other guy. So it makes it exciting on either end. I just hate that it was that way around. Like you said, it's nothing against Mike Jones. It's nothing against him or anything like that. I'm a fan of Tomahawk, but that doesn't mean I'm not a fan of Mike Jones because it would be cool to see him go fight somebody like Mohawk now. Because they're both. Can he take the power? Because Mohawk likes to take a lot of damage, and I think if you stand in the pocket with Mike Jones, man, he could lay anybody out.
I would, and no disrespect to Lex Ludlow, because I interviewed him too, but I think Mike Jones probably should be ranked higher than him just because of this win right here.
I believe so too.
Lex
and also
ain't had a lot of big competition, man. I mean, his competition has been not a lot of guys with a lot of wins. You got Conor McKenna, 0-3. I interviewed him back in the days. You got Lewis Rumsey, 2-5. I mean, he got 7 fights, but 2-5 isn't really that good. And then Zach Kalmus. I love Zach, man. Great guy, man. But he's never got better on his defense ever, it feels like.
It got worse.
It just got worse. And a lot of people said when he lost weight, because I saw Mike and Mish talking about it, where they felt like losing the weight kind of made him worse.
Yeah, I saw people comments and shit online throughout the last, let's say 6-7 months of like that he didn't lose it the right way. That I've seen comments like, I'm not going to say the comments either because I don't know the guy personally and I don't want no backlash on it. I just know they were pretty disrespectful and they were pretty nasty to the point where I'm like, well, why would I want to know this guy in the first place? You know what I mean? So that kind of sucks for him. If hopefully none of that's true, but we saw on the Bare Knuckle show, they released him from the BKFC and they didn't want to work with him. So on a professional level, you got to look at it like that. Like, damn, maybe he was doing something pretty shady.
Yeah, for them to say they're releasing you on the show, And I
Yeah.
get it. A lot of people know who he is. He got a lot of fights under his belt, fan favorite. But yeah, that's a
Was
shitty moment. That's a shitty moment to get released on the show. So yeah, I mean, yeah, you could have been doing something. I don't know. Could have been doing something that you shouldn't have been doing. But Lex about to fight Drew Nolan next, and he ain't. I mean, he's 1-3, dude.
Dude, and Drew Nolan, I have him on fucking Facebook, man. And again, I'm just a guy that likes to creep on people. I like to do all that shit. You know what I'm saying? But that dude he's a character. That's why I originally followed him. But I think
He is.
he's
He does the wrestling shit like old boy
yeah.
does.
He basically was, to me, he was doing all that like Hulk Hogan shit before
Yeah.
Knucklemaniac. You know what I
Yeah, he
mean? To
was.
me,
He was. He
he's been
was.
doing that
Yeah.
shit for years. So like,
Yeah.
it just so happened that this guy Knucklemaniac is pinning people and making, he's riding with it and he's winning. And whether I like it or not, because I mean, I grew up on fucking favorite wrestlers are
I
Kevin
did too.
Nash
I
and
grew up
Scott
on
Hall, bro.
wrestling. Yeah. I
I
grew up on
grew up and
wrestling.
my favorite wrestlers were Kevin Nash and Scott Hall. My dad had like little like collector cars and shit, So, but I think it's kind of shady, but he's doing good. But like Drew Nolan is he's a dude out in the woods by himself doing nothing. So I think it's kind of shitty that Lex wants to fight him. But then again, Drew talked his way into this. I've watched this unfold on Facebook for the last 3 months maybe. He's been tagging him and really blowing up the BKFC. And I mean he did it. He got his fight on a big card. A card
And I
that,
still
I would
can't
have loved.
believe he beat Marcus Suarez. That was
Yeah,
his only win. I couldn't believe he beat Merck.
that was wild by cut, wasn't it? Or was it?
I think it was a stoppage. Yeah.
I think it was a stoppage because I was surprised when he won that one. And it sucks because, like, somebody like him, but he did it. He got the fight because I would have loved to fight in Philly, my man. I am. Hey, look at this. Look. Let me it's sitting right next to me. Like, I am a Philadelphia Sixers fan. I have been. When I was younger, going into sports, I looked at Allen Iverson as this short, small guy. I'm a short, small guy. If he can be successful, I can be successful. It wasn't until I was older that I found out that motherfucker was 6 foot. But he was still a smaller guy, and that's why I became a Sixers fan. So I would love to fight on a card like that, but this guy gets to fight on a card like that. But it's ridiculous. But
yeah,
like I said, he talked his way. Yeah. That's a wild one. But this co-main event, my man.
That was a good fight.
That one, I'm glad we're kind of just getting in. That fight, man, was an absolute banger. Gogo's never in a boring fight. Tello, he's never been in a boring fight. He took that one fight in, was it Dubai last year? On short notice and put on a fight of the year performance. Out of shape. He came into this one, same thing. Again, just a great performance from both men, I think. I'm a fan of both.
Definitely,
that fight was
definitely. And he was like, his style is like interesting. It's like part of his style is he's got to get beat up.
Yeah.
And he wears you down and tires you out. And then towards the end, tries to make the comeback because he just able to just still keep going and not really get as tired as his opponent for some reason, man.
I think the pacing himself comes from Muay Thai, from being in Thailand. I think, to me, I think that's where his pace comes from, like that nonstop, being able to take damage and then inflict it afterwards. Because I know, like, their rounds over there are a little weird. Like, you get, like, go real light the first couple rounds, and like the later rounds are the ones that matter, and stuff like that. So I think that's where his pace comes from. But yeah, he likes to get in tight and just take the punches. He just couldn't take some of Gogo's punches. I think that's really what it came down to.
And we talked about on the phone, like the Macedonian cats, man. I always feel like they tough. Gogo's tough motherfucker, man. He definitely probably should get another title shot. I mean, he only got the one loss, and who is that one loss to?
Lane.
Right?
At Sturgis.
I think so, yeah.
I think it was at, and Gogo, like, he technically never lost his title.
He beat Kordanov. Kordanov's a tough guy. He beat Jake Lindsay. Jake Lindsey, and I'd like to see Jake Lindsey back in the ring soon.
Yes.
Oh yeah, but that was definitely fight of the night. Knockout of the night. Who would you say knockout of the night was? Did they say who
Right.
knockout of the night was?
Yeah, they gave it to Rodriguez, but I 100% give it to Rhino. I think Rhino's knockout
The
was
white dude, right?
yeah,
Brandon Alfano.
the
Yeah,
5'9" guy, the heavyweight. I think his
yeah.
knockout,
Knocked
his
out a six
performance
seven dude.
from start to finish, he used his footwork to control that distance. He had to take a couple licks, it seemed like, but once he had his like that distance control, I mean, it was done for. Like it was perfect, man. Like he did very well using everything to get on the inside and control it, and then set it up for a straight right down the pipe. Like he cut that, boom. It was nice. I give it to Rhino. For me, fight of the night, of
Main
course, was
event,
Gogo Tello.
man. Main event. What, like that's a head scratcher for me, man. I'm gonna let you go first. I'm gonna let you go first.
All right, I wanted Henry to win. I like his style. I'm a fan of Henry.
Okay.
I think the takedown was stupid, but at the same time, in the moment, maybe Henry didn't want to. Probably shouldn't have played it off and got back up. But the dude's a boxer, and I don't think he's ever done MMA or anything like that in his life. So his first reaction, brain wise and body wise, is to like, "Oh shit, what was that?" So I don't really fully believe it was like "Oh, I'm hurt," but it was more of like a "Yo, what just happened, and why am I looking at lights?" And it just, the first thing your body does is reach for something. You know what I mean? You stub your toe, it's not killer, but you reach down for it. So I think it was something like that. I wish it would have gone on. I think the ref made a stupid decision in that moment. He could have taken points. Maybe a hard warning, but I think a point needed to be taken, at least one, and then let him continue.
So you do agree with a lot of the comments I've seen where he was over embellishing it?
Yes, absolutely. And you even hear it during I don't know if you went back and watched the post-fight interview. I did go back and listen to it, at least part of that. And he even said like kind of how I explained it was like he kind of played it off a little bit. You know what I mean? Like at least that's how I took it.
So he did a Shea Gilgeous-Alexander like King, flopping and shit in NBA.
Kinda, because I've seen people get picked up. I watched Strode get slammed. That guy had the excuse to maybe be like, "Ooh, shit, my back," because that dude fucking he got picked up and like dropped.
Well, that was by Chansey, right?
That was by Chansey. Yep, that was by Chansey. And all Lane did is Lane says it wasn't a takedown, but bro, to me, you had that left hand on the leg in between the kneecaps.
A blind man saw that was a takedown. That was a football tackle, man.
I saw the scoop. I saw the scoop, my man. And I'm not knocking him for it, man. It was the heat of the moment. I would never do it, but them boys were chirping. I don't know what goes on in them situations, but I just think maybe a point should have been taken. But I also think Henry kind of played it off a little bit. But you can't knock him for it. Like I said, who knows?
Knowing that he played it off, is this one of the fights that we might need to see a rematch on the next fight?
Yeah, I think this could be one of the select few. I know BKFC is not real big into rematches, from what I've understood, but I think this one deserves a quick turnaround. Like screw it, why not? Kind of like they did for Perdomo,
like the Perdomo
and
Perdomo and Adams. There was some Adams was upset about the counting or something in the first fight. There was some things that they were trying to contest. So they was like, all right, well, you know what? This is how we're going to settle it. Back in it again. And it was the same results.
Yep. Same results. So we'll see. I mean, and again, though, like Henry did get caught a couple times, but if you look at the faces, he never got hit clean. He still proved to be one of them real slick. His jabs don't have to be hard, but you could tell how accurate he was, because on Lane, there was just slices right between the eyes. That's where his cuts were. That means that jab was landing, and it was landing at will. So I think it still goes the same way, and I think Henry wins probably by decision, or he comes in a little bit more aggressive and not so calm, and I think he finishes Lane. But I think I would like to see that one again.
Yeah, he's hard to hit. You know what I've been seeing lately on my timeline is when he was playing chess in between
Yeah, dude.
rounds.
That's so
What was that? Well,
crazy.
Roderick Stewart.
Yeah, that's nuts, man. Like I've thought of trying to
Like,
do
how
stuff in
confident do
between.
you got to be playing chess?
Man, like listen, I don't confident because I have these stickers, okay? I have these stickers. These little
Yeah.
card decals. I
Yo,
want
there.
after
Okay.
getting ready for Chachi, I was debating on giving one of these with a note in it to
Yeah.
David Feldman in between, like after my fight. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, yeah, dude, but what if I lose? Never I forget it, dude. You know what I mean? Like I have a lot more confidence now to do something like that, but it was in that you have to be so like sure of yourself. Kind of like Alex was sure that he won. I don't know. It's a That's nuts, man. Playing chess in between rounds. Like, what if you got up in the first punch, you go to throw, he comes with an overhand right and starches you after playing chess? Like, that's nuts,
That have
man.
been all we've been saying is that's what you get for playing chess in between rounds.
Yeah. And then people would be like, that's because he didn't know how to play chess the correct way anyway. So, yeah, it's nuts. I enjoyed it, though. In
And you
the
know
end, it
why
was a good fight.
Gutierrez lost too? Because that fight almost felt like it could have went either way, but he was not aggressive at all.
None.
The little dude was the aggressor, man.
Like I
And I
said,
know that's part of it. Like, who's aggressive? Who's the most aggressive is part of what the judges are looking at. If you a guy that's
who
just not trying to throw punches
at
at
all.
all.
Like I said, with somebody like him, the way I would fight him, like I would tell him exactly what I'm gonna be doing. Like I would do somebody that small, I would push the pace because unfortunately, even in a mid-range to short range, he has such a hard time reaching my chin. If I stand straight up, that dude's arms are still like here, you know what I mean? So like a half a step, they're not there. So I would risk it all because I highly
About to
doubt that
knock
guy
you out,
hits.
midget.
Yeah, I highly
About to
doubt
knock
that
you
guy's
out,
gonna hit
midget.
me harder than a 35 or 45er is going to. That guy, I'm gonna be honest, probably doesn't hit hard at all. So you gotta risk it for the biscuit, man. You gotta learn to live
Yeah.
like Larry. If you don't know what living like Larry is, you need to go back to the earlier SpongeBob days and go learn what it's like to live like Larry. Because if you don't live like Larry, you're just come on, man. You gotta risk it, dude. Gotta risk it.
Hey, real quick before we wrap it up, I want to see if we can get Justin on the I'm gonna
Dude, I want
Instagram
to,
call
yeah.
him real quick.
Hell yeah, I'm down for it.
Pick up, Justin. Pick up. Don't look like you're gonna pick up.
That dude's one of the most busy dudes I've ever met in my life.
He didn't pick up. I was gonna see what he had to say about his call out. See if he wanted to recap that real quick and tell him happy birthday. So I don't know how old he is. I know he's getting up there too.
Yeah, because Alex was like, the way he did it was like so weird to me. Like, Justin, I'll give you the rematch if you want to. You don't deserve it. I'm like, bro, what?
Well, you do know you lost, right?
Yeah, and you lost the fight because you gave up. Like, yeah, and this is a good learning experience for Alex, my man. He's gonna have to learn real hard not to care what people think.
And I know he had a good performance against Zay, but Zay's not too good either, man. He gotta work on some things. I mean, because Baby Hulk made quick work of him.
Baby Hulk did make quick work of him, but then the fighter side of me says I truly believe Baby Hulk only starched him the way he did that, or I think he would have done it anyway. So I just want to get that out there first. But I think it happened the way it did, and as soon as it did, because he took it on a 5-day notice, and from what I've personally heard, he cut 25 pounds or 20 some pounds in 5 days to make that weight. I don't care who you are, you cut that much weight in a week. Zay, yeah, I think he cut. If you cut anything more than probably 10 to 15 pounds in a week, if you're not an active trainer, like if he was, because I think he was driving semi at this time when he got the call. I think he's a truck driver.
Gaining some pounds as a truck driver.
Yeah, and it happens, man. He keeps the world running. Them truckers keep the world running. You know what I mean? You gotta love the truckers, but I know he cut way more weight than he should have, and your brain doesn't get to rehydrate the way it needs to. So I think that's why he knocked him out. I think he knocks him out, or at least TKOs him later in the fight anyway, because of the skill difference. I think he got that highlight finish that way because of it. I mean, Baby Hawk couldn't even finish incline. An incline, yeah.
They went five. But then again, they went 5 rounds.
Yeah, but then again, I've seen incline take a beating. That dude, the dog. I'll give him that.
Takes a lot of beatings.
He's a dog. I won't knock him too much for it because he is a dog.
He's one of the few cats I got into it with on the internet. He had commented something on a JR Ridge joint, and I was like, "Yo, dude, you need to worry about winning some fights, man."
Yeah, he's another one that has the potential to be something good. He jumped into a pro level way sooner than he should have. And that's the way it is. He had like barely any, if any, amateur experience. He was just like some street thug. and
like you said, the fights be taking some beatings. I mean, it ain't like the fights be whack fights though. I give him that. Yeah. Like his fights be really good fights, And
yeah,
I mean, like Baby Hulk, 5 rounds of Baby Hulk. That's a
tough one that he doesn't slow down. He doesn't. Yeah. He has that. He's not technical. I don't think Baby Hawk is very technical, but
he's still young. He's still
young, and that doesn't mean he's not dangerous. Yeah. That pressure is something, and he does bring a lot of. I think it's not so much power, but like momentum because he's so tight, compact. And he's fast. That's what brings that power.
Especially at that weight class. Who's built like him in that weight class?
Not many people, truthfully. Because he's 5. I think he's only like an inch shorter than me. Because I'm 5'4". I think he's 5'3". 5. So we're about the same size, and he's real compact.
Yeah, he's like 5'3", man. But he's all pure muscle. What is Dotson? I mean, maybe Dotson is the closest one. Is this guy ever gonna fight again, man?
To me, probably not. And if he does, like, I hate this, man. I think we've said this. I think the ranking should look like this, and this is only because he has the interim title. So and you know what I mean. I know him and G have their problems, and people look at it different. But I think champion status, we give it to Strode. He beat G fair and square at that time with the cut. We go Strode. We go Strode, G, Rambo, Chris Garcia, Baby Hawk. And then the 5th spot you could probably just keep with Randall because he has 8 fights. His last fight, he is on a 2-fight losing streak, but his last fight was against Nate Maness at a higher weight class. So with somebody like that, you can keep Randall.
And he fought Strode before that.
And he did. So even though I believe my skill set is up there with theirs, I think I'm 1 fight away to 2 fights away from taking that spot if Randall doesn't fight again. Like if I fight one more time before Randall does, I think depending on how I win, you can put me in there. But that's how my rankings should be. I think it goes Strode, G, Rambo, Chris Garcia, Baby Hawk, Tyler Randall. That's my flyweight rankings.
You know what's crazy? Randall got like back-to-back split decisions against Chancey and JR Lion Ridge. Shouts out JR Lion Ridge over there at the UFC gym and doing his thing. But the Chancey one, I mean, that could have almost went the other way.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And he would literally be 5-4 right now. I mean, like you say, he got 9 fights under his belt.
And that's why I keep him in the rankings, because he's one of them OGs that have been around enough that has proved himself to continue to stay up, not get kicked out of the top 5, but he deserves to be there. And if it's going to be there with the up and coming talent, you could probably fluctuate him and Baby Hawk, but I think John Carlos belongs in there no matter what. That's 3 wins in a row. There's not many flyweights, and the last one he went up 2 weight classes and still finished the guy. So,
well, they need to figure out what's going on because it's confusing. They still got Dotson as champ. Remember they had Dotson and Strode up there on the website, and then they took Strode down. Now it's Dotson. Like, yo, y'all got to figure that out, man. It's looking crazy. And we need to get some more welterweight women or women's flyweight. Or was that featherweight? Featherweight.
Yeah, we need more featherweights. There's not.
It's just Jessica Borga, and it's like no names underneath, man.
That's what sucks too, because there's not many of them. But
And
I
you
am
know she
really
want to
excited.
fight somebody soon.
She has to be ready. I know. Man, I'm excited for this lightweight stuff. The Bonner Trout. That's gonna be freaking awesome. I
Yeah,
can't wait so we can get together and talk about
get
that
that out
too.
the way. Yeah, because they need
That'll be
to
fun.
get a champ for that.
But other than that, I mean, I think Sakara is not the cruiserweight champion anymore either. So I think you give Esteban that. He's the interim champion. I think Sakara vacated it, didn't he?
I think so. For something, and I mean, I'd like to see what's up with Brian. What's up with Brian Atkinson? Or like this guy been
Okay,
ranked
this
for a
guy.
hot minute. He's 5-0. I mean, he's
Yeah.
41. Like we got to go ahead and get him back on here to fight
Yeah.
somebody. I mean, this guy done beat Josh Stay Down Watson. He done beat Joseph Creer.
And then Career's not, and especially now, Career is
Career's
not one
ranked.
to. Career is nasty. He's got better and better and better.
He's getting better. Yeah, he's getting better.
God, Career is 6-3.
Ever since he fought Jared Warren.
Yeah, the night I fought Chachi in Clearwater.
Yeah, he been getting better, man.
3-0, man, nuts. Yeah, Career's another. That's not it. This guy's good. I'd like to see.
He got a win over David Simpson. Lost to Atkinson, no, but yeah, he started out 1-1 and 2-1, and like early on, he was kind of just 2-2, stuff. And he got 9 fights under his belt. I mean, that's the thing. You got 9 fights under your belt, BKFC or Bareknuckle, you're considered a vet.
Yeah, I didn't really like. Even me, I'm like, fuck. I feel like 4 fights is nowadays is not even that much because you get people in BKFC that are 0-3, 0-4. So like even saying 4 fights, Bareknuckle is. It's not that much.
I'm gonna put it on the table, man. I feel like, man, no disrespect to Nate Shook, man. He got to step up the game where they need a new matchmaker, man. I've been said, like, make me matchmaker, dude. You're gonna have really good. All the fight cards are gonna be stacked. And like, what's up with my guy Mandel? It's time for Mandel to defend the belt again. It's been June of 2025. It's been a whole year since he defended the belt.
He did. He has fought in between, so I will give him. He did take that short notice.
Literally June 6th. Literally today was the last time he defended the belt. June 6th, 2025.
And he's still active. He's still training because he was just with Soto yesterday.
Hey, this is your day today, ain't it? It's 6/6/2026.
Damn.
That's the double advocate day, man. 6/6/6.
It is. Look at that, guys. What a day to hang out.
I'm going live with music reviews at 6 p.m. So then it will really be 6/6/6.
Perfect time. And I know I'm gonna go to my boy's house after we're done here. I'm gonna go get some.
And we about to wrap it up anyways. We hit the hour mark, man. Anyways, look like you got it. What you got? An orange in your hand?
This is a lacrosse ball. I use it for recovery. Like my Dr. Britt, shout out Dr. Britt over here. I roll out my back and like my legs and my arms and my shoulders and like right here with it on the wall. So it's just a lacrosse ball. Helps me with recovery.
And what you say you about to do after this?
Head to my boy Alex's house and one of my old training partners that I was training with at my last gym. And when we all left, I went one way and he's going another way, and we're just kind of linking up and going to his garage, and we're gonna go hit pads, do some tech spar, and get some training in. We haven't seen each other in a while.
Oh my gosh, I got this phone in there. Like I promote this AI artist for a guy that owns the liquor brand that I own like 1% of. And you got all these jerk offs that be trying to call the AI girl on the damn Facebook video call, man, trying to holler at her, man. It's like, y'all can't go down the timeline and see this is an AI chick. They be like hitting you up like, yo, hey, sexy, thanks for adding me. Like, you freaking morons.
Dude, like send me $10.
Yeah, we about to make a cash app and be like, yo, it's Sasha Santiago's birthday. Send all your gifts.
Yeah, drinks for the weekend. Yeah, dude, the world is full of
these guys are asking to be scammed, man.
Yeah, dude, the world is full of weak men. And that's unfortunate.
I've been said that this operation emasculation going on right now. That's why
Yeah.
they sitting there saying dudes can be women and women could be dudes. They're trying to reverse the roles. They want, us
Yeah,
not in
dude.
power, and they want women in all the power. And the only way to do that is to emasculate us all.
Yeah, dude. What that one guy say? They're turning the frogs gay. That shit was real, dude. It was. Everyone looked at him as like he was crazy, but it's been proven scientifically that we're just getting softer. Testosterone lowering in men right now.
Yeah,
For
and
sure.
not
For
even
sure.
just that. It's this when this age. Scarface from Ghetto Boy said it, called it the screenager age, where everybody's being indoctrinated on their phones and stuff. Like parents ain't raising their kids. If your kids are on the
Yeah.
phone 24/7, you know what I'm saying? Like my sister doesn't allow her kids to have cell phones or be on the cell phones unless she know exactly what they doing and stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
You
Like my
know?
daughter, like she has her own computer where she play games and shit like that, but everything's
Yeah.
on child restriction, and then they don't have phones. My
Yeah.
daughter's gonna be 13, and we told her, "I'm sorry, but phones
Yeah.
ain't gonna be an option." They have their
Yeah.
tablets, but everything's parental on there. They don't have social media, but they have like kids messenger, so it has to go
Yeah.
through us first. So yeah, I agree, man.
It's too many rogue people out here trying to indoctrinate people's kids, and
Mhm.
it's like in school they got the pride flags on, and it's like I was always told that you were born gay. Well, if they're born gay, why do you got to indoctrinate kids?
Mhm.
Because they're
It's
not
it's
born gay. It's a
it's wild.
choice, and
Yeah.
it's been like gay people been around since the beginning of times, but the transgender thing
Oh
is
yeah,
taking a whole
absolutely.
nother. It's
Yeah, I
taken
mean,
to a whole nother. That's a whole nother level. It's like
yeah.
now it's total make believe.
Yeah, I grew up in a house with my Joey and Greg, my uncles. You know what I'm saying? Like I grew up
Yeah,
around it. So yeah, like you said, I think choice wise, all that stuff. But yeah, it's getting to a point. I think it's slowing down now. Where like America, like luckily, I think social media has a big part of that. Where we can speak our minds a little bit more, as much as they'll allow us. So, but yeah.
well, if they emasculate everybody to BKFC all at once, then I know we're fucked.
Yeah, we're fucked, man. We are
So y'all
fucked.
guys gotta stay tough, stay gritty, stay grinding,
Keep shooting
stay
to be the best
ready
version.
to give punches, take punches, ready for whatever's
Sacrifice.
gonna come your way, man. Yeah,
Absolutely, my man.
sacrifice.
Sacrifice it all.
Yeah, y'all gotta stay emasculated for the rest of us, man. Because once they you know, Democrats are totally emasculated, in my opinion.
Yeah, I depend. I know a lot of people up in Minnesota, up
Yeah,
that
there's
way,
a lot
man.
of Democrats up that way. Yeah.
Up that way. I consider myself just an American, is what I like to tell people, because there's
Yeah.
stupid people from both sides. But
Yeah, I
yeah,
never
Minnesota is
voted
full of
for
them.
Trump. Never voted for
No,
Trump. I voted for Barack Obama one time. I got bamboozled out of my vote. I realized, oh, this shit is rigged on both sides,
I did vote for.
So
I voted for him, man. Against. I think I voted for him once, but other than that,
McCain,
no, no Trump.
the
I
second time. Oh, did you voted for Trump once?
once, yeah.
Okay.
Once. That the first term, I
And you know
believe.
what? I
No,
didn't vote for him, but I
second.
will say this.
It was the one he lost. That one. That's the one.
Oh, against Biden. Against Biden.
Yeah.
I still don't, man. I better not say what I want to say because then they're gonna try to cancel my show.
Yeah, we don't want that. We don't want that.
Because they already tried to cancel me before when we was talking about COVID and vaccinations before.
Ooh.
Like, yeah, they try to pulled my video, said it was put a strike on my page. All I did was react to a video that was on YouTube that had no strikes on it and said, I agree with everything they said. That's all I said. I agree with everything they said. And they's like, up, take his shit down.
Yeah, take it down.
Take the little guy's post down. Not the person that's bigger than me. Let's take the little guys down. Put
Yeah, I
the
know.
strike
I
on
heard
me. They censored me and everything. They straight censorship. That's all it was.
they do that to you, man. They do that to you. But yeah, for sure. I had a great time, man. We got
I
through the
enjoy.
fights. It was real fun.
Yep.
Dude, I'd love to do this, dude. Like I said, every card, as long as I'm free and you're free, dude, I'd love to do this all the time, man. I really enjoy
So
this.
what do we got next fight card? Next fight card is Nashville. That's the 19th. That's like a couple weeks away. So
that one, That one I
Probably
can't
the
do.
20th or the 21st for the
Yeah, I won't be
recap.
able to make that one because I'll be in
probably
Minnesota.
Okay.
Yeah. I
Okay.
got I'm teaching a seminar in Minnesota
I
on
probably
the
could
21st.
we could probably see if Dan I probably could see if Dan or Cold Red Coltrane could probably fill in.
Yeah, because at least I'll tune in. I'll hang out with you boys. I'll be up north with my family
Well,
for
and
a full week.
that's why I said I want to have guys that we can alternate out, you know, as well.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Just in
Be
case
fun.
guys can't make it. You know, Dan couldn't make it this time. He said he was traveling.
Yeah,
Coltrane couldn't make it the time for. Of course, I didn't ask him this time, but he couldn't make it because he was traveling one time. So
that works out perfect, my man. But either way,
it is what it is, man.
It is.
You too.
It was a good time.
You too.
All right, man.
All right, man. Take it easy, Amp.
Much love, man. I'll see you guys next time.